You know what to do. What's the first pair of words, Hyunwoo?
Okay, the first two words are 형편 and 상황.
형편 상황.
Yeah, this was also requested by one of our listeners, one of the viewers of Catch the Wave.
Okay.
So 형편 and 상황.
형편.
Yeah.
형편. 형편?
Yeah. Can you guess?
Doesn't it refer to your financial situation?
Mm-hmm. That can.
형편?
Yeah.
Or it's like useless? 형편? I don't know.
I see. I think I can see where you get that.
Where 상황 is like your situation.
Situation,
상황.
yeah. So 형편 and 상황 can both mean your current situation, like, situations or circumstances that either allow you to do something or do not allow you to do something.
Okay.
Yeah, and the part where you mentioned useless, it's actually something different.
Is it?
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about this in a little more detail.
Okay.
상황 is easier. You will probably learn this word before you learn 형편. 상황 is just situation.
Okay, so it's pretty large.
Yeah, it is a wider, I guess.
상황.
Yeah, it's a broader range word. And
Can you give us an example? Like 상황?
현재 상황.
현재, the present situation.
Yeah, or present state of things.
State.
So 상황 can be anything. You are in a situation all the time, and then other situations can be happening like on the other side of the globe.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to be in a 상황, yourself. You can talk about other people's 상황. So when you say 상황, it's usually just situations.
A situation.
Yeah, but when you say 형편, it's about you, the person who is talking about the 형편. So your situation, like you said, your financial situation. So for example, 형편이 안 좋다
Okay.
means your financial situation is not really good.
So you can't talk about 형편 with someone else? Like you can't say 뭐 현우 선생님 형편 안 좋아요?
So you can say that, but for example, if you don't specify, like 형편이 되면, for example, if 형편 allows, that means if my 형편, if
Personally.
my personal situation allows,
Okay.
But 상황이 되면 can be other people's factors. So, the weather can be 상황, or the political situation can be 상황, or something like that,
So it's like an external.
External factors are also counted when you say 상황.
상황.
But when you talk about 형편, it's usually like
You.
none of the listeners' situation. It's my situation.
Personally speaking.
Like, yes. And it's not always financial. It can be, for example, 형편이 있어서 or 개인 형편 때문에, personal 형편 때문에 situation. That can include your family member being sick or, nobody being at home.
I see.
Someone,
I don't know why. I always thought it was about money.
Yeah, it can be related to money, and it is very commonly related to financial situations.
That's probably why.
And you mentioned useless, and it is 형편 없다.
Yeah, 형편 없어.
So in that case,
Is that correct?
it can be useless, but also it's terrible.
Terrible.
When
형편 없어.
when something is terrible, you can say 형편 없다. Like you can say 형편 없다 about food, like somebody's cooking skills. Somebody's singing skills. 형편 없는 노래 실력. would
Okay.
be terrible singing skills. So
That's not very nice though.
yeah, it's an idiomatic expression in that
형편.
case. So
Can you say 형편 있다?
형편 있다? No, you
Like
don't
the
really say
opposite
that. No,
of
it's just
형편 없어?
훌륭하다.
훌륭하다.
네,
So
or-
that would be the opposite.
That would be the opposite. And another difference is when you say 형편, it also reflects your ability to afford something. So that's more
Yeah,
related to money.
So it's money, yeah. So maybe just one example about that? Like about money, a money example with 형편?
You can say 집안 형편.
So that's your family?
This is a really commonly used set phrase. 집안 형편이 어렵다.
집안
형편이
형편이
어렵다. You will hear this all the time in dramas, textbook lines, and of course people say this all the time. 집안 is like in your house, your family.
Your family's...
형편, situation, usually financial
Okay.
or health. 어렵다 is difficult. So, it's almost the same as saying the situation at my house is difficult. And it's not about like your house leaking water or something like that.
No.
It's usually about your well-being.
Your well-being, finances, or health.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you very much for clarifying. I think it's very useful. We talked about Hyungpyeon on one side and Sanghwang.